back. Hello, and welcome to the Endangered Animal Species channel. I'm your host, Aubrey Seed, and today we are here with the Endangered Animal Species activist, Skylar Alves. She is here to talk to us about the cheetah. Now, Skylar, can you enlighten us on the cheetah's real name and its habitat?
Of course. Good morning, everyone. The scientific name for the cheetah is the Acinonyx Jubatus. This is the southeastern African cheetah, and it's native to East and South Africa. Previously, it lived all over the world, being one of the most diverse and widely distributed land animals on the planet. Now, they are found in a wide range but low quantity in Africa. Their populations disappearing from previous ranges, a 76% decrease from historic range. Few live in Palestine, the Arabian Peninsula, central India, Iran, and throughout the continent of Africa, excluding the tropical forests and central Sahara, of course.
That is so sad. Now, what habitat does the cheetah thrive in?
Cheetahs are actually not specialists like many endangered species. They live mainly in lowland areas and deserts, savannas, and grasslands in South Africa. They also tolerate shrublands, savannas, and temperate to hot deserts. They stay on the ground because they're so fast, but they can climb trees if they need to.
Interesting. Now, what is the role for cheetahs in their environment? The students were learning about niches in the environment, so if you have any insight on the cheetah's niche, that would be great.
Of course. The cheetah's role is to chase and hunt herbivores like antelopes, hare, birds, warthogs, and wildebeest. They're very fast and one of the top predators on the food chain. A cheetah's niche is best described as a poor climber that hunts by speed. The survival of the cheetah depends on knowing how to hunt prey in the wild and how to avoid other predators. They are camouflaged in the grasses for their short fur and black spots, and they can easily adapt to new environments.
Now that sounds like a top of the food chain kind of predator. So what is the diet of the cheetah, including its feeding habits, and perhaps tell us what would happen if this keystone species were to disappear from the ecosystem?
In general, the diet of the cheetah consists of gazelles, wildebeest, calves, impalas, and other smaller hoofed animals in its habitat. The cheetah is a quaternary consumer at the top of the food chain and eats all sorts of small animals. They hunt in the early morning and late afternoon. It does not eat plants or vegetation. The disturbance of such a large predator would impact its prey and its prey's prey on and on down the trophic levels. It is normal for the disappearance of animals and organisms in the highest level of the ecosystem and food chain to have the greatest impact on all the animals around it.
Wow, so why are cheetahs endangered? It certainly cannot be from a lack of food, for that was a long list of animals to eat. Is it because they have slow reproduction?
Surprisingly, no, but there are many reasons that cheetahs are endangered. Litter sizes can go up to 8 cubs, actually, with an average of 2.6 cubs within every 20 to 24 months for a female, and males every 12 months once they turn 3 years old. Mating occurs throughout the year for cheetahs. Cheetahs were previously being killed for their cheetah fur because it was seen as a status symbol in some areas, but today they are sold in captivity as pets and for ecotourism in zoos. The main threats to cheetahs in the wild come from so many human-induced problems, mostly from agriculture, livestock, farming, roads and railroad making, hunting and trapping, human intrusions and disturbances, recreational activities, and invasive species and diseases. All of this results in only 6,674 mature individual cheetahs left.
Wow, that's so sad. 6,000 seems so low. Do you know what the IUCN classifies this animal as? How endangered is it?
The IUCN is the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. It has deemed the cheetah as vulnerable on a global scale.
Well, what is being done to help these cheetahs on their vulnerable state?
In the face of habitat loss and fragmentation, persecution, and illegal trade, the cheetah has many funds that contribute to its survival and success. There's the Cheetah Conservation Fund, CCF, the Action for Cheetahs in Kenya, the Cheetah Conservation of Botswana, and the Cheetah and African Wild Dogs Association in Africa. These are just few of many active recovery plans. There are also active systematic monitoring schemes, land and water protections for conservation sites, regional management plans, harvest management plans, education awareness programs, trade controls, and they have been successfully reintroduced in the wild. People are actively trying to increase the carrying capacity of reserves for cheetahs. Therefore, careful management of reintroduced subpopulations is required currently to prevent declines in prey populations while they're being reintroduced.
Wow, that is such an impressive list to help these animals. I'm impressed. Now, what can myself and my viewers do to get involved and help this cheetah's number recover?
Oh, students and viewers can achieve so much just by educating others around them about the problem that these cheetahs are facing, and they can actively learn about and donate to organizations that are trying to save cheetahs and their habitats. There are so many organizations like the ones listed that would love every bit of contribution. They don't care about the amount. There are different organizations for every area cheetah lives in: Kenya, Botswana, Africa, and Iran. The Cheetah Conservation Fund is one example where you can research, donate, volunteer, and visit even with no previous experience.
Thank you so much for coming on my channel and educating my viewers about the cheetah. This was so helpful. See you again, and back to Bob in the studio.